You have spent years trying to get your hair right, and something still feels off. Maybe it is the cut. Maybe it is the shape. Maybe you just cannot put your finger on it, but every time you look in the mirror, the woman staring back feels older than she should. You are not imagining it. And it is not your fault. Nobody tells women over 60 the real truth about haircuts. Nobody sits you down and explains which shapes are quietly aging you, which lengths are draining the light from your face, and which 7 cuts, yes 7, have the power to make you look instantly younger, richer, and more elegant. Until now. Let's fix this together, because your natural elegance deserves so much better than a haircut that is working against you. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are exploring 7 rejuvenating haircuts that do something almost magical. They lift the face, restore softness, and give you that effortlessly polished look that turns heads and makes people ask what changed. And by part 3 you will want to pause this video, look in the mirror, and call your stylist. I genuinely mean that. We are covering everything. Soft layers that melt years off your face, a few cuts that are more popular than ever right now, and yes, at least 2 styles that most women over 60 have never even considered. One of them is so unexpected it surprises nearly everyone, but once they try it, they never go back. Before we dive in, if you have ever felt invisible, overstyled, or just not yourself when you look in the mirror, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path right now. Every week, this channel is here with the honest, practical beauty and style guidance that actually moves the needle for women over 50. And the very first haircut? It is the one that stylists consistently say takes the most years off a mature face, and most women have never even asked for it. Let's go. Part 1. The soft face framing layered bob. Have you ever walked out of a salon feeling like something was just almost right, but not quite? Like the cut was fine, but your face looked flatter than you remembered? You are not alone, and there is a very specific reason that keeps happening. Here is something your stylist may never have said to you directly. After 60, the face naturally loses volume in the cheeks and temples. The jawline softens. The neck lengthens. And when you wear a blunt, one-length style with no internal movement, that flatness becomes the first thing people notice. Not your eyes. Not your bone structure. The flatness. That is what is adding years, silently, consistently, every single day. This is the one that made a friend of mine stop mid-conversation and grab my arm and say, "Wait, what did you just do differently?" The soft face framing layered bob is the answer. And it is not complicated. It is a chin to collarbone length cut with internal layers that move inward, not outward, so the hair gently cups the face rather than falling away from it. Think of it less like a traditional bob, and more like a frame designed specifically for your features. What makes this cut so powerful for women over 60 is the framing layers at the front. Those layers, cut soft and slightly longer than the rest, draw the eye upward along the cheekbones. They create the illusion of lift. And lift after 60 is everything. This one is everything. If you are currently wearing a one-length blunt bob, swap it for a layered version with face framing pieces that start just below the cheekbone. The difference is immediate. Your whole face reads differently in photographs, in conversation, in natural light. One maintenance truth. This cut only works if you trim it every 8 to 10 weeks. The moment those layers grow out and blend into one length again, you lose the entire effect. Keep the shape sharp and the framing intentional. Your bone structure deserves a cut that actually shows it off. And the layered bob is one of the most reliable ways to make that happen at any stage of life. Now here is the question you need to ask your stylist. Not just can I have a layered bob, but specifically can you cut the face framing pieces to fall just past my cheekbone and keep the interior layers soft? That specificity is what separates a cut that transforms from a cut that just exists on your head. If you have been wearing the same one-length style for years, you already know something is not working. The layered bob is not a trend. It is a structural solution to a structural problem, and it has been making women over 60 look younger and more polished for decades. And coming up in part 2, there is a cut that almost every woman assumes is too short for her. And almost every woman who tries it cannot believe she waited this long. The layered bob works because it solves the flatness problem at its root. Literally at the root of the hair. But what happens when you want more drama, more presence, more of that effortlessly chic look that photographs like a dream and turns heads in a room? That is when you call in something with a little more edge. Still elegant, still age-appropriate, but bolder, cleaner, and surprisingly more youthful than most women expect. The cut in part 2 has that quality. It is sharp where the layered bob is soft, and that contrast is exactly why it works so well on mature faces. Part 2, the chic textured pixie. Bold statement. The pixie cut is one of the most misunderstood haircuts in the world of mature beauty, and that misunderstanding is costing women over 60 dearly. Most women hear pixie and immediately picture something severe. Something cropped so close it feels more like an erasure than a style. And honestly, that fear makes complete sense. The wrong pixie does look severe. But the right one, the textured, soft-edged, grown-out pixie, does something almost nobody expects. It makes the neck look longer, the eyes look larger, the jawline look lifted, and the whole face reads as younger, lighter, and more alive. This is the one I wish someone had whispered to me 10 years ago. Here is the insight most women are missing. A textured pixie is not a short haircut. It is an architectural decision. The hair is kept slightly longer at the crown, 2 to 3 inches, and textured with point-cut ends so it falls in soft, organic movement rather than sitting flat. The sides taper gently rather than clipping close. The result is a silhouette that has shape, dimension, and most importantly, movement. Movement is what reads as youth. Flat, static hair reads as aging. The textured pixie is the opposite of static. If you are currently wearing a style that requires heavy product just to look finished, swap it for the textured pixie and experience the difference of a cut that simply works on its own, with almost nothing added. Yes, that's simple. The maintenance tip here is critical. The textured pixie needs a trim every 6 to 7 weeks without exception. Let it go past that window and the beautiful taper at the sides grows out into an awkward in-between shape that loses all the structure. The schedule keeps the magic. 3 specific things the textured pixie does for women over 60 that most other cuts cannot match. It elongates the neck visually. It draws the eye to the face instead of the hair. And it photographs extraordinarily well in natural light, which means it looks just as stunning in real life as it does in pictures. There is one technique colorists use specifically on the pixie that changes how the entire face reads in photographs. And it takes exactly 4 minutes to apply at your next appointment. Ask your colorist about soft baby lights concentrated at the crown only, not all over. That small concentration of light at the very top creates a halo effect that lifts the face from above. It is subtle, it is effortless, and it is unforgettable. And just before we move to part 3, there is a cut coming up that somehow manages to feel both classic and completely modern at the same time. It is longer than the pixie, softer than the bob, and for a very specific reason. It is the single most requested cut in upscale salons among women over 60 right now. The textured pixie is powerful precisely because it commits to structure. It does not try to be everything. It makes a clear choice about shape and lets that choice do the heavy lifting for your features. But not every woman is ready to go that short. And that is completely valid. Because the next cut on our list gives you everything the pixie delivers. The lift, the neck length, the face framing quality, with significantly more length to work with. It is a cut that stylists have been quietly recommending to their most elegant clients for years. And most women sitting in the chair next to them have no idea it even exists. Part 3, the modern shag with curtain bangs. Here is a question worth sitting with for a moment. When did you last try a haircut that genuinely excited you? Not a safe cut. Not as same as last time but a little shorter cut. A cut that made you feel like yourself. Maybe more yourself than you have felt in years? The modern shag with curtain bangs is that cut for a remarkable number of women over 60. And the reason it keeps showing up on this list, and on the most stylish women walking into upscale salons right now, is because it does something rare. It is both effortless and polished, casual and refined, and completely, unapologetically youthful without looking like you are trying. This is the one that makes people look twice and not know why, and that is exactly what great hair should do. Here is what most women do not know about the shag. It is not a messy cut. It is a precisely engineered style. Multiple layers of varying lengths, shorter at the crown, longer through the mid-lengths and ends, create a cascading effect that adds weight where the face needs fullness and removes it where it does not. For women over 60 who have lost volume through the temples or experienced thinning at the crown, the shag is not just flattering, it is strategic. The curtain bangs are the part that changes everything. Unlike a full fringe that hides the forehead and can feel heavy and dated, curtain bangs part softly in the center and fall open to frame the face on both sides. They draw immediate attention to the eyes. And for women with naturally beautiful eyes, which is most of us, that is the most rejuvenating thing a haircut can do. If you are currently wearing a style with either no bangs at all, or a heavy blunt fringe that sits flat across the forehead, swap it for curtain bangs and give them 4 weeks to settle into your face shape. The transformation is not instant, but by week 3, you will understand exactly what the fuss is about. Honestly, the first time I saw curtain bangs on a woman in her mid-60s, I genuinely thought she had discovered a new skincare secret. It was only the hair. The maintenance requirement for the shag is slightly higher than the previous cuts. The layers need refreshing every 8 weeks and the curtain bangs every 5 to 6. They grow out faster than the rest of the cut and lose their framing quality quickly if you let them go. But the upkeep investment is absolutely worth what you get in return. One thing to look for. Before you book, bring a reference photo to your stylist. The shag is a cut with many variations, some longer, some shorter, some heavier at the ends. You want one where the layers start no higher than the crown, and where the curtain bangs fall no lower than the tip of the nose for maximum face framing impact. And part 4 is where we go somewhere truly unexpected. A cut that almost no one over 60 would spontaneously ask for, but that is quietly becoming the signature look of the most put-together, quietly wealthy women you will see in any room. The shag earns its place on this list because it refuses to be forgettable. Every other cut we have covered so far has a quiet elegance. The shag has a personality. And personality, worn well, is one of the most rejuvenating things a woman over 60 can put on. The next cut has a completely different energy. Less personality, more presence. Less movement, more authority. And an ability to communicate sophistication, refinement, and quiet wealth in a single glance. It is the kind of cut that makes a room notice you before you say a word. Part 4. The sleek collarbone length lob with face framing highlights. There is a version of elegance that does not announce itself. It simply exists. In the way a woman carries herself, in the way her hair moves when she turns her head, in the way a room registers her presence before she has even spoken. The sleek collarbone length lob, the long bob, is the haircut that lives in that space. And here is the thing almost nobody is saying out loud. The lob is not a compromise between short and long. It is its own category entirely. It is the most versatile, most wearable, most universally flattering cut on this entire list. And for women over 60, it has one specific quality that no other style can replicate. This is the one that changed how I think about length entirely. The collarbone lob sits at exactly the right point on a mature neck and jaw. Not so short that it risks feeling severe. Not so long that it pulls the face downward and adds weight where you do not want it. Right at the collarbone, the hair creates a natural visual break that elongates the neck and lifts the eye toward the face. That placement is not accidental. Stylists who specialize in mature women know this measurement almost instinctively. Here is the insight. The lob without highlights is a beautiful cut. The lob with soft face framing highlights, baby lights, face lights, or a gentle balayage concentrated at the front, becomes something else entirely. The light caught in those front pieces creates a luminosity around the face that reads as youth, health, and vitality. It is not the cut alone doing the work. It is the cut and the light working together. If you are currently wearing your hair long, past the collarbone, and you have noticed that photographs seem to age you, swap to the collarbone lob and give it one appointment. That extra length you have been holding on to is almost certainly pulling your face downward and adding heaviness to your jawline. Letting it go is not a loss. It is a revelation. You needed to hear this. The maintenance for the lob is beautifully low. A trim every 10 to 12 weeks to keep the ends blunt and clean. The highlights refreshed every 12 to 16 weeks depending on how your hair grows. It is one of the most efficient cuts to maintain without compromising on the look. Ask your stylist specifically for a blunt end finish. Not feathered, not wispy, but clean and precise. That clean edge at the bottom is what gives the lob its sleek, expensive quality. Wispy ends on a lob read as neglected rather than intentional. The blunt finish reads as deliberate, confident, and quietly wealthy. 3 things the collarbone lob with face framing highlights does that most women do not anticipate. It photographs significantly better than longer styles in natural light. It requires almost no styling time when the cut is done correctly, and it ages beautifully between appointments without losing its shape the way shorter styles do. And what is coming in part 5 is something that surprises almost everyone. A cut that has been written off as old-fashioned for years, but that has quietly been reimagined into one of the most elegant, refined, and genuinely youthful styles available to women over 60 today. The collarbone lob earns its place on this list not by being dramatic, but by being dependable. It is the cut you can build an entire style identity around. The cut that travels well, photographs well, and ages well alongside you. But there is one more dimension of hair beauty we have not fully explored yet, and it is a dimension that most women completely overlook when they think about looking younger and more elegant. It is not the length. It is not the layers. It is something quieter. Something that works at the level of texture and volume in a way that feels almost architectural. Part 5 is going to change how you think about what your hair can do. Part 5, the voluminous crown lift cut. You know that woman. You have seen her in a restaurant, at a gallery, walking through a lobby. She is over 60. Her hair is not long. It is not dramatically short. But something about the way it sits on her head makes her look like she just stepped out of the pages of a very expensive magazine. You cannot immediately identify what it is. You just know she has it. What she has is a crown lift cut. And it is the most underestimated tool in mature hair beauty today. Here is the thing nobody explains about aging hair. It does not just go gray or go thin. It goes flat. The follicles themselves change angle over time, and hair that once grew up and away from the scalp begins to grow down and inward instead. The result is a head that looks deflated from above, and that deflation, more than any single style choice, is what communicates age in a way that is almost impossible to hide with product alone. The crown lift cut solves this at the source. This is the one I would tell every woman over 60 about if I could sit across from her directly. A crown lift cut is specifically engineered to add structural volume at the top of the head. The hair at the crown is cut to a shorter length, typically 3 to 4 inches, with internal graduation that encourages the hair to stand away from the scalp naturally. The sides and back are kept slightly longer and tapered to support the crown volume rather than competing with it. The overall silhouette reads as taller, lighter, and more awake from every angle. If you are currently using volumizing sprays, root lifting mousses, or blow drying your roots upward every single morning, and still not getting the volume that lasts through the day, swap that entire routine for one crown lift cut appointment. The structure does what the product never can, because the structure is permanent until the next trim. Yes, that permanent. What makes this cut genuinely remarkable for women over 60 is how it interacts with naturally thinning hair. Rather than trying to disguise thinning, the crown lift cut works with a lower density of hair. In fact, it often looks better on finer hair because the lightness of a smaller number of strands allows the cut architecture to express itself fully without being weighed down. This is a cut that your hair does not fight. It cooperates with it. 3 things to communicate to your stylist before they begin. You want the graduation at the crown to point upward and outward, not inward. You want the internal layers to be point cut, not razor cut. Razoring on fine mature hair can split the ends and accelerate thinning. And you want the perimeter length kept at least to the nape of the neck, so the overall silhouette does not read as a traditional bob or pixie. The maintenance window is every 7 to 8 weeks. The crown is the fastest growing area and also the most structurally sensitive. Even a few weeks past the trim window, and you will feel the volume starting to soften back down. Stay on schedule, and this cut gives you something almost no product in the world can replicate. Effortless, all-day, gravity-defying crown volume. Your natural elegance was never the problem. It was simply waiting for a cut that knew how to reveal it. And that, right there, is the difference between a haircut that sits on your head and one that works for you, lifts you, and tells the world exactly who you are, every single time you walk into a room. The crown lift cut does not shout. It simply lifts, quietly, consistently, and elegantly. And once you experience what it does to the way people respond to you in a room, you will wonder how you ever went without it. This is also exactly the kind of cut that pairs most powerfully with the right hair color approach. And that is a conversation we are going to have very soon. You just discovered 7 transformative haircuts: the soft layered bob, the textured pixie, the modern shag with curtain bangs, the collarbone lob, and the crown lift cut, that most women spend years figuring out on their own, usually after a few expensive mistakes and a lot of frustration in front of the mirror. You did not just watch a video. You changed how you will look at your next salon appointment. Your bone structure has been waiting for a cut that actually works with it. And now you know exactly what to ask for. Tell me in the comments, which of these 7 rejuvenating haircuts are you planning to try first? And have you already been wearing one without realizing why it works so well? Next time, we are looking at the color mistakes that age mature hair overnight, and the fixes that take years off in a single appointment. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.